These are the best highlights from the matchup between T1 and HLE during the 2024 LCK Summer Split.
The games played is kind of insane as owner. You know, they've been putting him on Sejuani, they've been putting him on Ivor, and it's been a little while.
That's actually significant because now if he passes through here, he'd be seen on the ward.
Yeah. Actually, the angle would have been perfect. He was behind, but now he's kind of in an awkward spot. They could still try to go for it. If Doran, okay, the angle isn't there. Yes, it is. Doran is going to live and Zeus is going to die. Doran able to get away from the gank.
Such a clutch play from Doran. Just doing that quickly enough that there couldn't be the follow-up from Zeus. And Zeka getting full value out of his health bar.
When he's like, I got him. But yeah, in the mid lane, Zeka does not have TP, neither does Faker, so that's actually a really good trade that Faker takes to push Zeka out of lane, gets him behind a little bit, as we do have Doran trying to get over here and stop them from taking the Krugs, or the Grubs, rather. But Peanut's doing the Drake, so yeah, not going to be able to stop them.
I feel like that was such a psycho play, like your jungler's doing Dragon, you're into Renekton Nidalee, you know enemy support's coming up, and Doran's like, yeah, I'll mess about a bit, you know.
So, gotta be careful. And Doran is, again, he's only 5 CS behind, so he's still kind of vibing. It's now Faker, kind of a rough spot here, gonna get flashed on, and now the Zeri coming on in, but Faker, nice Valkyrie and flash away.
Just 5v5 here. But again, I don't feel like HONOR Life Esports need to unnecessarily take a fight if they don't see the angle. Would be good if they can deny the 6 grubs, though. See the light posturing, he does have that Hex Flash if he wants to get over the wall.
Yeah, at this point in time, though, T1 have 4 people right here, and Doran is backing. He is going to TP into this one, but it's quickly turning into that 5v5 you were talking about. Zeka looking for the angle on the wall, as already 4 grubs going over to the side of T1, and Carrier just wants to fight as they immediately dunk onto Peanut, and he goes down. But the turn here onto Zeus as he's going to fall, but Doran on the run is going to hop away, and T1, they do trade 1 for 1, but take a look at this. They have control of the river, and that means they should get 6 grubs.
Yeah, super decisive play there from Carrier. Peanut didn't get to play the game. No flash used, no ult used, and I feel like that loss of power, that engage threat being unavailable, really killed the ability for HONOR Life Esports to do more in that fight. They do get a second kill for Doran, but it will be 6 grubs over to T1, and they'll instantly look to make use of those in the top lane. Faker getting some more damage on this tower.
Yeah, I mean, Faker at this point is just so fed, right? Like, there hasn't been a lot of interaction in mid. He's been CSing like a madman, and now he's just getting all these plates in the top side, and Delight and Zek are here trying to save this turret. I don't think they can, as one last shot will do it. Doesn't even need it, as the grubs get to work, and T1 take down the first turret.
Yep, and still got 2 minutes left, and I feel like when you have 6 Void Grubs, you get an angle to really pressure towers, you take them so quickly. They're looking for a dive on Zeus, though.
Yeah, Zeus in a bit of trouble here, especially with the TP coming on in. The Talia just to join in on this one, and Zeus, no Dominus, no hope of survival, as wow.
Shiv! Try to go for the empowered Q heal on the tower. I was like, you know, I'm dead. Get as many minions as you can. Set up Guma, and now Doran looking for an angle, but they don't really have the setup between the Corki Nidalee.
T1 should be able to take down this turret extremely fast. 6 grubs, down it goes. And, I mean, compared to the speed of Zeka pushing alone in top, this is very good for T1. They're just going to keep pushing.
Yeah, and I mean, Peanut's getting a Herald on the cross map, but what is a Herald? Something to take towers. T1 will just take the towers.
Yeah.
You see them moving up to defend, though.
Oh, the double stun with the counter-strike, and now Zeri is popping off Viper. Gonna help in dealing damage as Doran picks up the kill. And they push, they get a bunch of damage into that turret, but they will pay 1 life for it.
Great cow. You see HONOR Life Esports will pick up this tower in the top lane, mitigate some of that goal difference.
Yeah. Finally, he is not going to deny the cannon.
No. He's like, you know what, Zeus, you need this one. You can pipe it in there, Nate.
So, Faker is so far up the lane here. He's trying to trade on a Zeka, but he has Seraph's finish. That's just a kill going over to the side of HONOR Life Esports, and Zeka did have to TP for it, but they still have Doran's TP. Yeah.
You just getting range and press R.
Well, T1 do have control of the river for now, but if HONOR Life Esports are able to make like an outpost here around mid, and just press those buttons as you mentioned, they're going to be in a good spot. And Faker is way down the lane. They're trying to engage, but that engage is going to not work at all. And now T1 are like, well, I guess we just cannot fight. I say that, though. They are sticking around. Some missiles being thrown out, some spears as well.
Yeah, the poke threat's still big. And obviously wasn't an ideal engage, but they did at least get Zeka's flash there, and he's chunked out.
Yeah.
OPLoLReplay he's still trying to hold strong here, but more poke connecting. Zeka's so low, and the TP is coming in for a flank angle.
The TP is coming in, and Zeka, not sure if he even spotted him here, as now the engage comes in. Zeka, no flash, but the seismic shove to get him away! Zeka stays safe. Peanut, though, extremely low, but down should go Keria. No, he is not going to. He survives, and the Drake goes to T1. OPLoLReplay Esports on the run, trying to get out, and Doran, the Magnet shutdown, goes over to Owner, although we do have Guma going a bit deep. He does take out Peanut, but trades his life for it, trying to open up some more kills for his teammates, but it's not quite gonna happen. Jax as well. I mean, Owner's just ginormous right now.
Owner was already fed, and now it's become even more severe. And the thing is, if the poke is just too much of a problem for OPLoLReplay Esports, and they can't find a good engage angle, they just lose every setup.
Run at the Baron just yet, as much as T1 would like to. As Owner, desperate to try to get a Scuttle Crab here, is gonna have to pay for it with this flash. Now Delight has to throw his ult in, but they'll be happy to get that flash out of Owner.
Yeah, very aggressive play there. Oh, Viper's in trouble.
Yeah, he is going to have to throw the ult, and now he's just going to flash away. And now, look, Delight is caught once again, but the seismic shove is huge from Zeka. Keria in a rough spot once again. Is going to have to just walk this one off in kind of a rough spot.
Yeah, Faker getting some damage on the side. I think he just take this, and he will get it. So finally, that battle over the mid-tier ones, T1 will be the victors there when he can just go on a stasis. OPLoLReplay Esports once again moving down towards the bot side.
Yeah, they just concede Banana Brush control, and they say, okay, we're fine to just fight here.
Trying to circumvent them. A ward being thrown down. Zeus could go for a similar trick, TPing in for the flank, but they might be wary of it now.
Yeah, it's just going to be a flip here, I think, but Owner not in position to go for the smite. It does go the way of Peanut, and now they're turning on a Keria, who's left out to dry. Nobody can get in there. On the side of T1, Keria goes down. OPLoLReplay Esports looking for more. That's a flash comes in. The counter-strike hits two, but the front line is being chipped away with the engage from Delight. Gets onto the back line, and now Faker and Guma in a really terrible spot. They're both going to be taken down. OPLoLReplay Esports crush the fight.
Beautiful target selection from OPLoLReplay Esports, using all these layered forms of engage to get on top of the members of T1. They're moving the Baron. They have no jungler. Owner is alive. They have a lot of confidence they can make this work. They're going to need to use Delight and Zeka in particular to keep Owner out of the pit. He can't even get close. You know, we see Peanut still not on the map. This is delicate.
Yeah, I mean, trying to get vision, horizon focus, but it's just not going to happen. And OPLoLReplay Esports able to zone him away. They have an Alistar, and that is Baron on all 5 members of Hanwha. Of everything, and they're going to look to take some gold off the map and extend that lead here in the Red Bull Baron power play.
And this is such a rough spot for T1 to be in, because, you know, we kind of talked about before, the Renekton is going to fall off, the Nidalee not going to be as relevant late. And OPLoLReplay Esports team fighting is so strong, so them picking up all these structures and getting all this gold is going to be such a huge payoff. T1, you know, the ideal scenario of this game would be they secured that 3rd dragon, maybe a Baron themselves.
They're fake backing! Oh. They're fake backing! They're not actually backing, and Faker, he falls for it, trying to just farm in front of them, and that is going to be Faker down. And now Doran is just gigantic on the Jax, and they're just diving over the wall. It's very risky, but they just don't care as they're getting into that back line. T1 are falling like a house of cards. OPLoLReplay Esports will win this game.
The confidence from OPLoLReplay Esports, the fake back into the faker pick, and every time it looks like the fight is over, one more person steps up, finds the angle, continues in. Honestly, just some beautiful execution there. Very crisp team fighting, and OPLoLReplay Esports start this series off with a bang.
Absolutely. Huge win from OPLoLReplay Esports in this one.
So closing the gap on a T1 might be harder, and the thing is T1 still have that poke for the Nidalee. The Jhin as well. If the poke starts to land, you can just open up with the ultimate.
Please check the brush.
You know what's going to be the worst is we get a situation where there's like one attack left to go for the stun. And Guma's just struggling with the ammo.
Just
dropping
running around reloading.
You know, like, oh god!
He's fooling us all, man. We do have a fight here over the grubs. This time Peanut is going to get one, but it does look like they'll give the other 2 over to T1. But not going to be 6 this time to T1.
Yeah, and I think HONORLIFE Esports happy they could nab that one, get the extra XP for the Zyra, and sure they don't get more, but they disengage the situation. And can look potentially towards the dragon later on.
He does have flash, but okay, here comes Owner as well, and actually Peanut has backed away. Zeka's like, you want to fight? Let's fight. I'll take the 1v1. Faker can't even join this. And Owner will be pushed away. Now we got a knock up here to carry, and an MF ult straight to the face is the door. Not able to help at all. That is first blood given over to actually Delight. Yeah, the turret felt a little bit confused by the situation, honestly. Zeus is going to flash away here, but he's not getting out by any means. He's not even going to hit Meganar, and Owner is just alone now underneath the turret. And Doran and Peanut say, no, we got what we wanted. We picked up an orange buff for our Renekton, and we're just going to back away.
Yeah, Zeus didn't realize that he's not allowed to farm this game.
Okay, trying to take the 1v1 here. Actually is going to win that. Owner gets some revenge in the top lane, and Doran's kind of left with a cheeky little smile.
Lucian Braum combo, you know? I just think it's very funny. We have one of the fastest Braum passive stackers in the mid lane.
Yeah. But they just didn't. So now HONORLIFE Esports going to take this one.
I think T1 were like, look, we want to get things done in the early game. We need to generate a gold lead, so let's not do Drake. They are now down 2,000 gold, and HONORLIFE Esports will take the first Drake, so,
Okay, well, that happened. Now Peanut's on vision. He doesn't care. He's just going to throw his ult on Owner, who is going to dodge a lot of the damage, but we got the super plants coming in, and Owner will disengage on the disengage cone. Where do I get to farm?
I'm going to ask if someone can let me know, hopefully from the space, when did Zeus buy his cull? And I'm kind of curious when he actually stacks it.
Outside of, you know, the dive early on.
He's having a tough time.
Here comes Doran. He wants to take a trade up against Faker. Not going to overextend. There's not much of a wave here, though. Keria is trying to get this done. The stun comes down, and Doran flashes, but it's not enough as the Faker is going to go down to the last shot from the tower.
Survives long enough for the tower to do the work.
What's happening here?
Doran, so you can see in the bottom left. Oh, wait. Zeus is going to hit a wave. Oh, he's getting some CS in.
He got a couple.
Okay, so he bought Cole, thank you very much, Chronicler, at 7 minutes.
Well, we're gonna, we got a little dive going on here as another TP is gonna come. Carrie's just gonna die to the turret. Zeus says, yeah, maybe I can do that as well. Can he even get the knockup? Comes in from Delight, and the dive is just awful. HONORLIFE Esports will easily clean that up.
He's to save Zeka. Clutch play from, oh my god.
Oh no, not Zeus.
Why
not this guy. And, ooh, nice little dodge there on the missile. But again, you're not allowed to farm in this game. We've already established that, and HONORLIFE Esports have made 100% sure that this Gnar does not get to lane at all.
Will he complete the call by the end of the game? I'm honestly unsure at this point. Herald coming in, but they won't be able to do more. The spear hit Viper, and he's still full health.
Yes.
Yep. The poke not really going to do much against him.
That's like 3 or 4 kills in a row where T1 members are trying to do things and they're just getting clobbered.
It's getting very goofy, I think we can say.
Yeah.
But HONORLIFE Esports are not hesitating.
We've seen happy gaming. This just looks like sad gaming.
No, it's so crazy that I say that, and then Zeka just does this.
Yeah.
Like, I literally say HONORLIFE Esports aren't hesitating. I'm trying to compliment them, and Zeka just takes 18 towers.
Light. He's going to have to flash this. And that's a turret going over to HONORLIFE Esports.
He's 20 away from the coal being stacked.
Gnar?
It's coming. I don't want to get too excited, Brendan.
No, he's going to go for the trade instead. He's looking to take down Doran. Zeus actually behind Doran now, and Delight is on the huge flank here.
There's your 2 stacks. Where are you going? Get away! No!
There's no call in this play, I'll tell you that. Zeus is dead. The only question...
Wait, the minions! Get the minions!
Oh!
No! Zeus!
He's not going to get it. And Viper's going to pick up the kill on the Baron, but it's very much a very small thing. Don't get me wrong. Zeus going down, and also Faker's just leaving Keria to die.
I love how we get the engaged roam, and Faker goes, I don't condone that, I'm leaving.
If Keria dies and T1 get the dragon, I feel like that's pretty worth for T1, although it depends on who gets the kill. They're just going to give it over to Zeka. Also, Peanut's just going to die. This game has just gone off the rails, guys. I don't even know like where we are. Where am I?
Where is Zeus right now?
Yeah, well, he's in potentially 0-4 land. He is about to hit Meganar, but let's see if they can take him out before that. Yes, they will. Down he goes. And Zeus, in fact, will hit Meganar, and he still hasn't finished the call.
It's been 15 minutes.
And how will Esports get the dragon?
Guys, you need the coal power spike. How are you supposed to win if you don't get the stacks? Oh, well, Honor Esports managed to respond. Peanut obviously went down, but a quick cleanup will get them their third dragon. T1 will clear vision around the Baron, and that coal will remain unstacked. Is very scary.
You're not allowed to approach him.
Yeah, will be super dangerous. Big spikes for Peanut with the Leandries, Rylai's.
All right, here's the moment.
AD. This is the angle they're going for.
They have the plan set up already. I mean, they're just getting it done. Peanut showed in the brush. They don't know it's starting. They don't have a trinket, and look at how fast it's burning. The T1, yes, they realize now, but can they get in position? Owner being zoned away by the Alistair. Keria desperate to try to steal it with the Q. It's not going to happen. Homolite Esports take the Baron for free.
Yeah, not doing anything really to the Corki in terms of pressure has resulted in Homolite Esports being far further ahead than they were at any point really in the first game.
Slows on everything with Rylai's. He has Leandri, so he's doing damage. He's slowing them. They cannot approach. And he's poking them down. And now, with Mountain Soul about to hit, that is going to be taken by Zeka alone. And 3 members just pushing by themselves down on the bottom side. Homolite Esports don't even care. And I think you're right. It's the only way now for T1. You just got to burger flip it, get the spatula out, hope you land a spear, you get Owner in the pit. You find a way to get Elder and chip them away. But again, like... This is the first time Zeus has hit the turret in a long time, and he may pay for it. Actually, I think he's absolutely going to pay for it as he's just burning down. He doesn't do anything to Peanut except half his health, as now they're trying to engage on a Viper, but it's just so fast that the Braum ult is too slow to catch the MF.
Even though in terms of dashes, the MF doesn't have many, you can see Viper so hard to hit when you can just run back and forth with 60 extra movement speed than everyone else.
Yeah.
And with that massive shield...
The MF just feels so good.
It's so obnoxious.
It feels so good. Just as a pick. I mean, I know we had like 6 or 7 AD carry bans, which is why we get Jim versus MF. Like, it's another year, but, you know, I think it's pretty good. Homolite Esports, they don't have Baron, they don't care. And a big spear is going to hit Doran. Also the root coming in, maybe the angle, but you know what? The wallets are just so gigantic. The knockup comes in on an Owner, and Doran lives. It's 2 kills, make it 3 for Viper as Homolite Esports smash them in their base, and they will take the 2-0 tonight.
Absolute decimation. Once again, Homolite Esports find their angle. No hesitation. They close out the game in even more dominant fashion than their last matchup against T1.
These are the best highlights from the matchup between Gen G and DK during the 2024 LCK Summer Split.
The grubs will be started by Canyon in return, and the end result of this is that, especially now Canyon has faded Ashes, this was already going to be the case, but it'll be a bit of an advantage for Canyon in terms of like momentum in the jungle, getting a good amount of XP from these. Dragon takes a long time to do, especially when you're doing it solo. And you can see there's not much of a difference in terms of farm right now.
Yeah, it's kind of funny to see Rod of Ages. Nobody builds that item anymore. Except TF, Kassadin. There's not a lot of meta champs in Pro that use it, so... yeah, not a lot of action, but now we're going to get some. The level 6 ult comes out, immediate cleanse from Pays, and the stun into Kellen, but that does leave Lahens all on his lonesome under a turret against 4 people. They just wait until he uses everything, and then he dies. First blood given over as well to aiming spawning after they take this dragon, so I want you to make sure that it is not a Chemtech Soul, so we don't consider, rather continue on this 1 kill per 10-minute pace.
Oh, this would be the worst game to have Chemtech Soul. The absolute worst.
Yeah.
Oh,
the turret,
King and
the cannon.
Yeah, Mr.
He got all those free mini Krugs, though, earlier on. TP's coming in here, as now a bit of damage coming in onto Chovy, but actually it's Kellen who takes the brunt of that. With the TP, it doesn't really look like Gen G are ready to focus, but now we have Peas moving over, and potential for a TP, but nope. Actually, Keen doesn't have his, but here's the arrow, is going to hit the Lee Sin, and it's Chemtech Soul. Ox, what is going on? Peas, oh no, Peas, he's going down, as he has no flash, and he will be taken out. And I don't care about the Chemtech Soul anymore, as Chovy is going to be taken down as well. D plus Kia, they turn that fight around.
Yeah, huge team fight win. Gen G just not ready for it. Both their carries picked. Sort of when we have the Rod of Ages stacked, when we have the Manamune for maiming, it's going to be a pretty nice spot. But also, Showmaker picked up a kill there, going to be having the extra gold for First Strike and his passive. He's going to be a very wealthy man.
Lahen's kind of caught out here. Now he's going to be kicked over, and it's aiming right here. They're just going to gift him another kill. Lahen's just in the middle of nowhere, and he gets punished once again.
Yeah, and Herald will get thrown down mid, but the wave's being played out. I don't think they'll be able to get the full tower here. It just feels like D+, playing with confidence, finding the angles. This Lee Sin's working.
That's a stun, and the Rift Herald is not going to charge. D plus Kia just ahead of every single play.
They're honestly playing so well this game. I mean, they're just answering Gen G in every scenario.
Kingen reading the situation, but we've got an Italy on the top side. Here comes TF, and the damage into Keen, DK, they turn it around. They pick up 2 more kills.
He tries to dive without the wave. He thinks, I'm tanky, I'm Cassante, I have the Nidalee coming, but they forget about the TF. That feels so bad when Showmaker's been printing money, and he's ahead, and he's forced you to buy a QSS 1300 that's just not providing anything except a defensive CC cancel. Gen G have moved in quickly to get this dragon, but the TP's coming through. They will be contested. Can they get out in time?
Yeah, that's the real question. It feels like D+ are the ones that don't care about the dragon. The engage a little bit lackluster here from DK, as Lucio wasn't able to find that kicking out. Keen, there's the Keen, he knocks up 3, and that's the end of Braum. Should be the end of Cassante, but who am I kidding? He's Cassante. They're just going to go over the wall here and kill Canyon instead. They say, well, the Nidalee's a much easier target, as now Keen, he is isolated, and maybe even Cassante memes can't save him here. As no knockup, and now a double knockup from him, and Chovy just trying to desperately help, but he gets roped into the fight. And now maybe even he goes down, as everything is going to miss.
Hubris, you know, they get the dragon, but they stay. They're like, hey, maybe we can find a fight. They're trapped in the pit. They don't leave immediately. And it just gets worse and worse as the play goes on for them. But D+, zero hesitation.
What's this? Lahen's caught again. He does have the Braum ult in the choke, but it just doesn't matter. The wallets are so heavy here for DK. It's 7,000 gold almost, and 19 minutes into the game.
I mean, look where the gold is, right? Yeah, aiming on this fantastic 2-item spike for Ezreal. Showmaker, he won't be far away from Rapid Fire. 3-item TF with Lich Bane, Roa, Rapid Fire is so strong. Chovy has a QSS and a Blade Rune King, and that's pretty much it.
And guess what? They're not done yet. They're looking for more. As Keen gonna hold on to his unstoppable. Meanwhile, Peace not allowed to back. Saving just gonna throw an ult into him. Meanwhile, and Keen, he can't get away. There's nothing he can do. The 2 range champions just hold him down. And now it's Canyon going down here as well. As, I mean, there's 1 Drake and 6 scrubs that went to Gen G. 1 turret. That's it. D plus Kia got everything else. The hubris of Gen G. We're the team that's undefeated. We can't lose. They took so many fights that just looked very rough, that maybe they could have outplayed by some miraculous angle, but we have not seen that at all. And Lahen's, he's dead again. He's just dead again.
Yeah, I think this is like the 3rd time in a row he's died without flashing.
At least the Baron's up.
He's just been focused, and he's like, I'm the Braum, I'm tanky, I can try and get some vision down, and they just kill him again and again and again.
Yeah, 0-5-0, 0-3-0 for 2 of the members on the top side. And Chovy and Pays only a death apiece, but it's still 0 kills for Gen G. And this is what happens, especially when you get behind TF, Lee Sin, and Ezreal. They have so much mobility, so much map pressure, and Gen G were like, we're just gonna let it happen. And
We know it was definitely D+.
yeah.
And yeah, third dragon will be secured. Again, it's Chemtech's not a huge impact dragon or soul, but they'll just keep stacking them up. And at this point, I think the only way Gen G get back in the game is a massive overextension from D+, and a big ult from Chovy. You know, a 0-3-0 Nidalee. There was a spear that hit aiming earlier, and...
Oh, really? Well, yeah, that's Lee Sin. He doesn't care. Gold Card is going to come out here. They're actually trying to get this play going. Lucid is going to get engaged on. There's that ult, but the kick immediately comes out, and Chovy, oh, he gets followed over the wall. Lucid trying to break his ankles again. It's now Chovy up against the wall is going to go down, and D+ Kia, they bring their giant safe of cash, and they drop it on Gen G. They've only got one kill so far, but they're looking for more, and there it is. Kingen picks up 2. And nearly a kill on Akeen as well. Aiming is not missing tonight.
They just don't have the damage. You know, a spear hits Kelling on the back end. It does basically nothing. Inhibitor tower is going to go down. D+ continuing to push. We'll see if they try and end here.
I think they should, even just for the mental impact. Hey, it's your first loss, Gen G, and we crushed you. That's what they want to say. 15 kills to 0. I don't know if they're actually going to be able to end here. We got some really slow health, rather low death timers. And we do see Chovy has respawned. So DK, not going to end it just yet, but don't be fooled, guys. This game is pretty much over.
Yeah, Gen G trying to fish for something. They know that if D+ back off and spend, it only gets worse. At that point, they are continuing to take these structures. Tier 2 top will just go down. Showmaker will just look at it, and it is gone.
Yeah. You know what's really cool too is I mentioned before that they gave a lot of comfort over to the side of Gen G, and I was a bit worried about that, honestly. But a lot of pushing lanes here in favor of DK, and they still have total control over this river, trying to get this dragon down as fast as they possibly can. That's the Chemtech soul. And now, again, the giant save for cash, the flash away, and the kick comes in on a Chovy. Lucid once again breaking their ankles, and there it is. The front line disappears, and the wallets are so heavy for DK. Kingen, it's like the Kasate doesn't do any damage. Canyon's still on the run, and still 0 kills for Gen G.
See Canyon trying to avoid aiming, but he's going to go down.
The plants
won't let him survive. And this, I think, may just be the most one-sided game we have seen this summer to end Gen G's undefeated game streak. D+ managed to do it. I feel like my main concern for Gen G is the bot lane, how that's going to go. I think their top-side matchups are pretty fine. Or does he?
He decides it is a good idea. And you know what? Lucid and Showmaker just let it happen.
They're like, you know what? You can have one. There's a freebie. You had a rough game 1. Yeah, I think Jack's coming back with TP and Kingen being half HP in the tower. Kind of a little bit of a concern. So they don't overstay. They don't overcommit. D+ still respecting their opponents. As you said, got some alone time mid where Showmaker like pathed out towards the blue side jungle. And now...
Oh, nice flash from Lehens here. And pays. He just knew that if he gets slowed, there's a chance. And now Lucid getting in there. The smite does go the way of Canyon, but now he's being bullied in the river. It's first blood. Big divide comes through. But flashes are down, and the chase potential of DK, they're not going to follow up on it.
It's very, very quick. Mess around and find out.
Are Gen G going to get 4 grubs? I mean, they had 5 in the first game. Didn't really matter.
Yeah. You know, I think grubs are only useful if you get to hit towers.
I'd say that's accurate analysis, yeah. Atlas grilling you right now.
Oh god, he'd be so upset.
First turret blood goes over to D+ Kia. It goes over to aiming alone in the bottom lane. They are really just dumping every little doubloon of every coin they can find. It's going into aiming's pocket.
And it's an Infernal Soul. High value for both teams, honestly. A lot of poke long-range abilities that can benefit from it. And also, my favorite minigame in League of Legends, the Cinders. A lot of fun stacking them up. And honestly, if you get enough of them and you don't die, so much ability haste.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. You get to the point where Ezreal doesn't need to auto-attack anymore.
You got Shiv? And Aim was like, oh, you got Shiv?
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh, Lands. He's going to have to ult here, and that he does. He's still being slowed up, and Ezreal still exists as, yeah, he's just trying to walk it off desperately. One more Q would do it, but Canyon is going to take the hit. But now you lost your Alistar in mid.
Yeah, this is what you get for trying to exist. They're going to have to TP Chovy to try and defend this.
Down,
so.
Okay, Arrow is good aiming. He's going to be hit by it, but he does get out. Lucid is going to have to pay the price, but here's Showmaker. They trade the kill back. Kingen trying to hop away. Spear will miss, and now the kiting is coming back. The kite ability of this DK comp, you can really feel it, but they certainly got caught out a bit there in mid. Yep.
Nothing new here.
They've experienced both sides of that. Here is aiming in mid. He takes out the mid turret as well. And this is right before the first Infernal Drake is about to spawn. Did he just steal that too?
Oh my god.
And look at this, the range. It's just incredible. If they get ahead, LeBlanc is just so oppressive.
Just wasted Herald.
Yeah. I mean, it was about to time out, I think, and now they're looking to take the fight here, but that's an engage on a Meganar from Lehens. He does have flash, but maybe just trying to peel for the team, make sure he doesn't get in, but now Keen is being walked down the lane. And, I mean, you can just play with the Zax. This is what the LeBlanc does to him, and thankfully he gets a disengage cone to survive, otherwise he wouldn't have. Here's Kingen over the wall, looking to pressure in on this one, just a straight up 4v4. Showmaker does not have teleport, but is trying to come back in this one as...
Wait, Showmaker's still chasing.
Yeah, he's still chasing him, actually. Look at the damage, but somehow Genji's still able to get it, and now Lucid has to flash away. Lehens is going to flash himself to get over the wall as Genji, they sneak away the Infernal Drake.
Well, that spear did some damage. For now, you know, and then he'll heal it up with Vamp Scepter. No, he's actually recalling, so wouldn't even need to.
Another turret to fall. That's the third tier 1 turret taken down. It's hitting aiming.
Yeah, aiming standing next to terrain, so he can't actually see the spear coming. Worked against him, bit of poke there from Chovy. Aiming is going to heal up a fair amount.
Oh, now they engage onto the Mini-Nar. Kingen in a lot of trouble, but so is the Lehens! Lehens goes down! Just like that, Showmaker sees the angle, and Lehens didn't have ult, and they knew it. As now trying to pressure on a Chovy, eating into Chovy, aiming gets McHale's though, and now they're being walked by both Karma and LeBlanc. The issue though is that's only damage into Keen, and they have heals from this Nidalee.
Yeah, Chovy's tankiness paying a lot of dividends there, but the TP flank coming in.
Yeah, they wanted this move up, but I don't think they're going to get it, and they might just die as well. Chovy by himself. He's very tanky, but it's not going to matter all too much. Taken down. Keen is in the back line here trying to do something, but he's tethered up by both Karma and LeBlanc again. Another one-team fight for D plus Kia, and they will get this Infernal Drake.
D plus managing to navigate it. A great TP from Kingen in the extended trade. Genji probably thinking they've won it out. They have a Nidalee, they have the sustain, but now health bars are low, and they hit a contest.
See if they can. They land that spear on a Lucid, and that might be the angle. The true shot for us goes wide. That one hits Canyon, but now they engage on a Lucid. He's in a rough spot. Showmaker goes down. Aiming has to try to 1v3. He's got a situation, but that's not going to work. Aiming goes down, and Genji win the fight and the Drake.
A series of overstays. D plus punish Genji, but Genji strike back. Not going down 2-0 in this series yet. They will take the Dragon, secure that third, and move straight over to that Baron. This is a team we've been waiting for all day. They've finally shown up.
They're finally here, as the D plus Kia fans are like, oh, that wasn't great. Genji.
The sooner they can make progress on the rest of the towers.
Yeah. But still, you know, given enough time, D plus Kia is able to clear a lot of the wave. This one being a cannon wave, maybe Genji are able to get close enough.
But it feels like a slight bit lower. Yeah, I mean, they could just do this.
Well, there you go.
If it was a little lower, they could just actually dive D+.
Time just to make sure. Looks like he thought he was going to be hit by that.
Yeah, I think a big thing with Alistar is very easy to ult too late and just already be dead. So he pre-ults, doesn't end up really needing it, but it does force D+ to back off, and they also built that Sejuani ult.
The first one we could hardly believe. The second one, also very contentious.
This one needs to be denied by D+. Good poke.
I like that angle, man. He expected them to push out as now they're trying to get in onto aiming, and there's nowhere for him to go as finally the cleanse comes in, and he gets away, but the Jess flanks him. Down goes the Ezreal. That's so much gold taken out of the pockets of DK, and Gen G find the angle. As Kingan's gonna go down, Lucid's gonna fall, Gen G will pick up Infernal Soul.
Don't think they'll be able to end right now. Showmaker makes the right move and clears out the wave, but damage has been done. Infernal Soul secured. Gold lead in the bag as well. Gen G are back with a vengeance.
Oh, and now Pace trying to punish Showmaker. I don't know if he can actually catch up to him.
Chained really the value of it.
This is your turret. There's a trinket to come down, but they know they're late. I mean, they see it when it's at 7K, and the amount of damage coming out from Gen G's comp is insane. And Kellen, nicely done.
That's actually pretty slick. You know, timing the Mikhails to self-use it because you have to pre-use it. Gen G happy to have gotten that one. Good aim from Pays there.
A little bit of poke is coming out. Trying to push Canyon back, trying to push Gen G back, but it just feels almost inevitable at this point in time, as the poke from the side of Jovi and Canyon seems to be even larger. Now the ult's going to be thrown in, not going to hit Jovi. We do see Lahen's on the front line as Showmaker gets pretty low. Keen following in and just kills the clone. Kingan goes into his GA, and now you've just got the entire team right on top of him. Down he will go, and Jovi's looking for the angle. The arrow comes in, hits the support, and Gen G are looking to extend this to 3.
Looking to take all the way. Showmaker comes in, but is easily dissuaded.
Lucid's just being burnt to a crisp. There's just nowhere for him to go. And just like that, Gen G, they get the Infernal Soul. They pick up game at number 2. And we will have a full series here between Gen G and D+ Kia.
Teams in Pro, I was going to say in LCK, but just in Pro, tend to like having Engage and Lockdown. And I think that bot lane has been playing so much better, basically MSI onwards. But they've done such a good job at knowing how and when to mitigate bad matchups in the bot lane or when things are just going to go terribly. Innovate in how to deal with brutal bot lanes.
It definitely has, and they have learned over the last couple of years. In fact, they've won some championships in that time. Pays is just running around the map, getting a ton of souls. There's not too many kills happening, so Jonas Strong is just highlighting fights, or if Callista tries to get anything going with it. Speaking of which, just going to press R here as the Cannon Barrage comes down, but do they care is the question. That's the RNG, and actually now King is totally fine. A lot of damage already done to Lahen's as now the Ziggs bomb from downtown. Showmaker going to pick up the kill.
Prioritizing damage. And in a game like this, like who's really jumping on top of the Ziggs? I guess Renekton, but Ziggs is very good at dealing with Renekton.
Yeah, extremely good. Throw down a satchel, say goodbye. Throw down some mines. Now, we do have a lot of grubs going the way of Gen G. Looks like they will.
Wait, he's... Oh. I thought he'd just gone for the Saris, but no, he's gone Tyrion or Ludens.
He generally has really good builds,
he wants to do the damage. You know, that's why I felt so upset about it. I'm like, come on.
He built well the last time he played Ziggs as well.
That's on me. That's on me.
Yeah.
You know, I take responsibility.
Ox sushed.
Yeah, very.
Honestly. Meanwhile, Lahen's is probably dead. He is very alone on the bottom side. Honestly, okay, well, they have the TP, so now they have to back away. So that's just a turret going the way of Gen G. Meanwhile, DK not able to get too much else just yet.
Yeah, and I feel like one of the hallmarks of teams playing around Ziggs well is how often they can get him to contribute towards towers. That tower bot is so close to being taken down.
Kind of like when GP, I'm going to have to hold that thought, as thrown over the roots, but still going to get rooted, as Lahen's is in a bit of trouble, but does have Flash. Can he get away from all of the stuff that DK is using? He's just going to accept his fate, it looks like, as a bunch of damage is done to Kellen, but he just sidesteps the Senna ult.
Easy as that.
And a nice little gank comes in for DK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grubs in a wave, they should just be able to get this.
This is what I was worried about. I mean, it comes very late, but it's still Renekton in Italy. Now, you didn't have to dive as Ziggs ult was coming in, but you push him away. You get the turret. It's still the goal you were looking for.
Pair it with Ziggs very easily.
Well, it is full health. I think they would need the charge and a little bit of extra damage.
Charge, 1 auto, and a
1 Ziggs auto. So that means Showmaker needs to get in there.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, I mean, we're talking all about the Ziggs and stuff, but he's just been stuck in mid the whole game. Meanwhile, Gen.G are just taking top, outer, top, inner. That's the thing. I mean, on both sides, you have a lot of scaling and then also stuff that works really well early on. On the side of Gen.G, it's Renekton Italy. Obviously, on the side of DK, it's Kalista Renata. But, like, they both have ways to scale up to the late game.
Yeah, you're either born with that level of restraint or you're not, right?
Yeah.
You can't force someone to do that.
And that's why Pays is the GOAT. Now, little fight actually brewing up here, and they have Maokai, so you press R, you enable your Italy. It's all the stuff we talked about. The Renata does come out, but Kellen's just dead. TP comes out here from the side of King, and they're trying to get on top of Keen, and they will get the reset. Lucid, little angle for him, as now the barrel's going to be hitting this front line, the Hens. Though, not going to be fully committed to, as Chovy is barreling up the river. But Showmaker also did TP for just that tree.
Some interesting camera angles. This tower's going to go down. 6 point drops does that.
Oh boy, and look at this.
Man.
Gonna be Eagle caught as Chovy just gonna put him down. And no chance, no redemption for him.
Going back on their comfort zone, and D+ struggling to break them out. Especially considering we've had 2 games back-to-back prior to this where D+ were in complete control. For most of them, you know. Obviously the second one off Gen.G.
Like, just look at the way the game is playing out. It's another free Hextech Drake given to Gen.G. Now it's mid-inner just gone.
Yeah.
Everybody on DK backs at the same time. Nobody's there to stop the push.
Yeah, a little bit overextended.
He's killing all the barrels that they're trying to send on him.
Like
he got all 3 barrels in a row.
They had to commit 4 people up here just to get the tower.
Yeah. And you know what? They got the tower, but now they have to back, and Kellen's almost dead.
Oh, hit the engage.
The engage Renata. Here it is. The flash on in. And they actually take 2 of them as Gen.G are caught totally off guard. But now the 3v5 being fought here by the side of Gen.G. Couple of kills go their way as they take down the bottom lane. And now the sweep gets Lucid as well. Gen.G, they say 3v5, no problem. Yeah. I mean, you reserved counter pick. The issue is that, oh, we have Keenan actually in an awkward spot here, but who's trapped in with who is always the question. Another Nature's Grasp is going to come in, and you know what? Kellen's just dead. He's not able to do much. He doesn't have the hostile takeover either. Throwing in some saplings as well, and some poke over the wall from Canyon might just be enough. And DK, they're just going to say, nope. They send it to Ziggs ult, but it's not going to be enough. As Smite comes in, and Gen.G solidify their lead.
Such a suffocating game. Already in a deficit. It looks like they're going for it again. They're just trying to find any avenue for a pick. I don't see what else you can do in this situation.
Yeah. Well, D+Kia, they got to fight over this Drake. They can't let Hextech Soul entirely go over for free like the last couple of Drakes. But now Kellen's caught out. Doesn't have Flash. He does have Fate's Call. But the poke is coming in. The Nature's Grasp as well. And now Kellen is dead again. And in goes the Nidalee. Canyon's got Zonya's. As the counter barrage is on top of everyone rather, they're just jumping on barrels, and it doesn't seem to matter.
Yeah, they lose Canyon. I don't think it is going to be relevant. You know, if you think of 360 degrees,
yeah,
there's like a 30-degree angle. I wouldn't have gone in and he opted for that one. Big damage on Pays.
Oh,
there it is!
Oh, here it is! The combo, well, it's at least 1 circle on top of him. Chovy goes into Zonius himself. He's in some trouble, but he gets the divide, and it doesn't matter, as he will go down the handshake on the Keen. He's in trouble. This is the comeback angle for DK. They're going to get the streak as well, and they're looking for more. The scraps. Lahens. He's going to buy some time as he runs away, but he is definitely dead. Who do you give the kill to? GP or Ziggs? Ziggs, I guess.
It's a Ziggs, sorry. Why did I say GP? Of course it's Ziggs. I'm a Ziggs player.
At this point in time.
I think next Dragon's really going to be big, but there's been a lot of objective bounties. They're picking up more now.
So much gold on the map that they're just taken away. I mean, they got the objective bounty on the Drake as well. I don't think it's time for the Volcano experiment.
Science waits for no man.
And you see the position right now. I mean, DK, they're trying to get vision in this pit. They can't exactly do that. Now Kingan's in a really awkward spot. He's got some barrels, but It's going to be denied, and the rest of the team is just being zoned away. Fate's call already used. Now they're trying to turn onto Keen as the flash handshake is just going to go wide. The flash stun from Viego, also not great. But now Canyon in a massive hostile takeover, but this is a very broken up fight. The Ziggs is alone. Canyon survives. Down will go Showmaker as Keen gets a kill. And that is going to be huge for the side of Gen G. You see the scraps of DK just running away, and Chovy is looking to join up.
Get him out!
Oh God, he is dead. Aiming is dead as well, and there's just no hope for these guys. Kingen on the run, the TP into the bottom lane. They want to end the game now.
Yep, they want to close this one out. Looks like Gen G will not lose a series today. Their game streak was broken.
TP into the base.
Get cancelled.
Oh!
Actually, that's enough.
That saves the game, I think.
That actually saves the game.
Yeah.
Just don't get hit by skill shots.
Just dodge.
So
121 stacks right now for the Senna.
That's a lot of range.
Yeah.
And with a Hextech Soul, I just don't even know how you approach. No flash and pays though. Maybe the science experiment needs to go now.
They're going to have to throw something into that pit as they don't have any vision, and they're not going to throw anything into the pits. They'll just hold on to their ults. Save it for next game, I guess. Outside of that, so it literally is engaged Renata Glass.
Yeah.
Outside of Viego, I guess, which...
Ludens is a good way to get Edge of Night. We've seen it before, but if you know, maybe an angle here. There we go. It's down.
They got it.
I think now you just send the ults if he steps up slightly.
If you weren't going to use it on the Baron, you have to use it to save your base. And that they will. Here it comes. Oh, look at the damage! Oh, he gets the heal though. And with Canyon there, he is going to be okay. But look at Kellen, he's nearly dead. And Lahedge gets over the wall. The Fate's Call has to be used. Meanwhile, Keen wasn't even there. He's just taking the base. Doesn't care about the kids that are fighting. And now he's looking to fight himself. A lot of low health bars on his team. But man, the damage out of this team is just insane right now as Keen gets into the back line, assassinates the Ziggs, and Keen is unstoppable in this game, and he will take them down, picks up a triple kill, and that will do it. Gen G, they lose one game, but their series streak has not ended as they move on to 10-0.
These were some of the best highlights from the 2024 LCK Summer Split matchup between Gen G and DK. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.